Canadian leader POILIEVRE looked very angry, harsh in questions in the media, and when he was giving answer, he told that if anybody will interrupt me in answering, I will definitely react. So harshness and aggressiveness were from his words, and just because of Canadian current inflation rate, the mathematical data which POILIVRE was sharing, and those were really breaking the mind, and the actual data was being deviated. For example, he's telling that's not the 33% growth, that is just 4% growth. And when he was telling that inflation rate is becoming like 1986, and when all companies were almost stopped working, and each person was not able to pay tax, and the charges he was living expenses becoming difficult in 1986, the situation becoming worse than 1986. He is telling same situation is coming. The citizens are not getting jobs, and citizens are not getting residences, citizens taxes shooted up, and inflation rate raised, and Canada, which was known to be a developed country and to be a heaven for citizens, for humans, looking a hell-like situation. And he was telling, if you will interrupt me once again, I am saying this word because I am psychologically assessing POILIVRE, a leader of Canada, and how he was criticizing in the media in answering questions to Justin. And Justin, I think he was telling that was not the situation before Justin. And Justin did some wrong policies in immigration, and those policies, if he will stop now, still we cannot recover. This is the word. We are not able to recover the past migration policies. Technically, there was observation that after taking harsh decision of Justin Theodore in the last speech, in which he banned almost workers of low wages and international students, it was looking that Canadian leaders like Oliver will be soft and will appreciate, but he was even more harsh, and he was telling this is actually confession of immigration mistakes. And people writing in the comments that my son is not getting jobs, we are not getting residence, we are Canadian national due to the foreign workers, because foreign workers are using over jobs, mean that those jobs we were eligible, but they are taking those jobs, and we are suffering, and we are not able to handle many tough situation, financial situation. The alarming situation Poilievre is declaring in press conference, and he is talking about inflation maximum rate and a reference of 1986. This is very important to note because in developed countries, the good countries planned 10 years before whatever the future will happen. They planned if the water is shortage, they planned 5 years before. If housing sector crisis will occur in future, they plan 5 to 10 years before. Therefore, it's very significant. Canadian citizens can't ignore the statement of Poilievre, and Poilievre seriously telling that inflation rate may shoot up like 1986. What happened in 1986? The companies were unable to pay taxes, and jobs were finished. The companies stopped working, and people were in a very critical condition because inflation rate raised up to more than 40%. And now the Poilievre is claiming that inflation rate is not that rate, which the Canadian government is telling. In my analysis, developed countries cannot hide inflation rate. He is telling that not the 4%, that's more than 4%. And the conditions the Canadian citizens are physically facing, that is very different from the dream or metaphysical. You can say that they are very happy, and you can say that they are very satisfied. You can say Canada is still a very good country, but he confirmed that regional situation becoming worse day by day. There is a significant steps taken by Canadian current government, and he looked by his press conference that he is not satisfied by current steps of Canadian PM. I think there are 2 points which I was looking his face. He was expecting more from Prime Minister Justin of the Canada, and he is not technically expecting that only these type of the rules will change for migrants. He wants mass deportation. He is right or wrong, but he's thinking about Canadian citizens. I think there must be a balanced decisions for migrants and Canadian citizens, because both are humans. But Canadian citizens definitely for Canada are more precious because they are their nationals. As media is reporting, many Canadian business people, many Canadian rich people, wealthy people are leaving Canada and they are moving towards USA or any other European country. And technically they are not moving, they are moving their money as well. They are moving their families, they are moving their children, and they are moving their skills as well, because definitely when wealthy people mean he earned the money by his skills, and definitely he will utilize the skills in any other country, and that will give benefit to that country, not the Canada. So Canadian situation, I was thinking, will neutralize after this immigration speech of Canadian PM, but the speech of Poilievre becoming more worst, and that's not a looking solution of immigration problem. And as a leader of opposition are still confused why PM Justin was late. Remember, I was giving news in my clips that many leaders, including Poilievre, was telling the Justin that you must announce some new immigration rules, and you must stop immigration at biggest level. And now, of course, media is reporting Canadian Prime Minister banned a lot of students, skilled workers of low wages, but still the situation is same, because in Canadians are talking about still their problems. Their problems did not resolve. I think it will take little time to reduce the financial situation of the Canada. But policy, migration policy and financial policy of the Canada need to be revised by these questions of leader of Canada. Thank you.